The real cost of owning a superyacht. Of all the toys billionaires' money can buy, none is as decadent as a superyacht, frequently exceeding the length of a football field. The vessels are hugely expensive up front, but can cost tens of millions in annual upkeep, come with a crater-sized carbon footprint, and seldom go up in value. The ultra-wealthy are sinking more and more cash into these floating palaces. Here is the real cost of owning a superyacht. Number 5. The buying cost. In 2018 alone, customers bought nearly 300 superyachts by mid-October, a surge from the year 2017 where 249 boats were sold the whole year. But don't let those numbers deceive you. Acquiring a superyacht is not for the financially unsettled lot. According to the sales data, the average price of a yacht is $8.4 million. They start around $300,000 for smaller 40-feet models and can go as high as several $100 million for the biggest super yachts. Keep in mind, this average price is all-encompassing. It factors in all yachts of all sizes, ages, builds, brands, and levels of luxury. Therefore, it makes more sense to research the cost of yachts by the more specific categories they might fall into to get a more accurate price based on your personal scale. A 40-foot yacht is a great option for people who are looking for simplicity. The size is great for day trips, dedicated to speedboating or simple cruising. The size remains manageable, but the vessel can be updated with extra living spaces and amenities as desired, with a more affordable price than larger options. So basically, buying a yacht will cost you anywhere between $300,000 to about $50 million. It all depends on how deep your pockets are and your appetite for luxury. Number 4. Mooring and storage. Mooring is going to cost you plenty. Fortunately, it's a fixed cost from year to year, and that makes it easy to plan for. Decide where you'd like to be based, get a quote, and do the math. But don't forget to include the off-scene hauling and storage cost if you live in an area where boats come out of the water during the winter months. The cost of docking in the world's most famous marinas, especially during peak season, is an important factor. Some of the most expensive marinas in the world include Yacht Marinas in Abu Dhabi, where you will be forced to part with $550 a day for your boat retention. The most expensive one, however, is Marina di Capri in Italy, where it will cost you a jaw-dropping $3,700 a day to dock your yacht, with only 10 superyacht berths available. The Marina di Capri boasts the highest price in the world for mooring space. Situated off the coast of Italy, the island of Capri is only 4 square miles in area, but is frequently visited by the ultra-rich. A good chunk of them own superboats, so that means loads of revenues for the tiny island. Unlike your Lamborghini or Ferrari that you can easily drive up to your garage, owning a yacht will force you to part with some good amount of money annually just to have it safely parked by the sea. Number 3. Insurance. Yacht insurance comes in many different forms, and before choosing a policy, you need to know the difference between inexpensive insurance and cheap insurance. Shop around for insurance agencies that specialize in yachts. Insurance companies that specialize in boats often provide surprising discounts for both your own skills and the equipment on your boat. If, for example, you've taken the United States Power Squadron boating class or a captain's course, you can get a significant discount. Other discounts may apply for built-in fire extinguisher systems, electronic safety, and navigation gear, and many more. That is, where you cruise. Sometimes, how far offshore can also have an effect on the cost of insurance. Find out all these ins and outs before you take possession of your yachts, so you can prepare both yourself and your new ride to qualify for the lowest cost reasonable. Most importantly, make sure you know exactly how much these premiums are going to cut into your boating budget before you buy. In this day and age, it's pretty easy to predict cost. Once you know which boat you are considering, how and where it will be used, online insurance cost and calculations will help you estimate the expense. The average annual cost of boat insurance runs into tens of thousands of dollars, depending on the type of boat and your personal profile. The type of boat, its length, and its expected use will largely dictate your insurance rates. Number 2. Operational expenses. Yes, you guessed it right. Fuel is the biggest headache. There's also the trickiest expenditure to plan for because it can vary so much from month to month, year to year, and place to place. The best way to handle it is to try to predict the average distance you'll cruise per trip, how many trips you plan to take per month, and then multiply by the boat's cruising fuel burn. One important thing you can do to minimize fuel cost is to figure out your boat's most efficient cruise and stick to it. Most modern yachts have fuel consumption displayed right on the helm. Divide the speed by fuel burn to figure out how many miles per gallon you get at any given speed. Record the efficiency at different speeds. Then compare them to see what speed your boat is most efficient at. Fuel is not, of course, the only operational cost you need to be aware of. For your yacht to operate effectively, you are going to need a dedicated crew. If you consider the purchase of a very large yacht, or you own one of the world's largest yachts, like the Eclipse, owned by billionaire Russian oligarch Roman Abramovich, you may be wondering if a full-time crew is necessary. Naturally, having a full-time crew to help run the yacht will cost quite a bit. Among the crew members, you will need stewards who attend to the owner and the guest and also upkeeps the yacht's interior. Deckhand maintains and tidies the exterior of the yacht. Onboard chefs will plan and prepare menus for the guest. A yacht engineer is needed to maintain and repair everything mechanical and electronical on the boat. You may also need a plumber to take care of your water issues. The most important member has to be the captain, who is tasked with the overall responsibility of running the yacht, including administration, human resource, and accounts. The salaries and insurance of the crew may run into millions of dollars annually, depending on the size of your yacht. Number 1. Maintenance. The last headache for yacht owners is the maintenance cost. This is another one that is tough to predict. Maintenance costs will vary depending on the type of boat and how much you use, how hard you use it, how much of the work you're willing to do yourself, and just plain dumb luck. Every boat kept in water needs anti-fouling paint regularly, which also requires haul-out fees. Engines need scheduled maintenance such as turn-ups and oil changes, as well as unscheduled maintenance in case of mechanical problems. Remember that twin engines double these costs. Sailboats have different regular maintenance costs when it comes to propulsion. Outdoor fabrics and vinyl, like bimini tops and seat cushions, also have a different lifespan and need to be replaced after some time. And while deck hardware may last for decades, the things you catch to it, like mooring lines and cables, need to be replaced regularly. Then there is the cost for cleaners, teak oils, wax, and polish. These items aren't cheap, and throughout a season, you may spend a lot more than you had expected on them, because many clauses and catchphrases are unfamiliar to the average insurance agent. So there you have it, the real cost of owning a superyacht. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe.